Happy Chinese New Year and welcome the year of the fire horse. Now, this year is going to be incredibly fiery and wild and chaotic. So I thought I would pull some cards from the Chinese Five Elements Oracle deck in order to just give you a little message from the universe as far as what to do and what the theme is for this year and how you can start implementing that now, because today also marks the beginning of this brand new set of eclipses in tropical astrology. So we are now entering the Aquarius and Virgo eclipse season. So this is really setting you up for the next 2 years. So this is kind of a little culmination of all of that. If you want, you can close your eyes and say this with me, but this is just my little tiny prayer that I do before I am able to channel. And it goes. Ancestors, primordials, powers that be, help me gain some clarity. Reveal to me what I need to know to help them increase their wealth and ascend, evolve, and grow. Oh, I already got all the chills. Okay. The first card that I pulled, which I am loving right now, is the metal snake. So it is Embrace the Great Transformation. She's so pretty. And basically, this card is all about, it's confirmation for everything that this eclipse is bringing. The Great Transformation is you finally becoming yourself, your true self, the self that you know you are deep down inside without all of the performative extras. In Chinese astrology and metaphysics, they basically focus on the five elements, right? So wood, metal, fire, water, and earth. They all like go around in a circle, right? So with the metal snake is really wanting you to understand and know that metal, right, like just a raw piece of gold, needs fire in order to melt it and refine it into something like a beautiful piece of jewelry or a crown or whatever. For 2026 and for the next 2 years, this is going to be all about you being the artisan who's making the jewelry and also the jewelry itself. So the question that you can ask yourself is, how do I transform myself into my greatest work? Think about it if you are the artisan, right? The more love and care and attention that you put into making the piece of jewelry, the more sparks of joy that you're going to get and the more valuable it becomes. Like, you can tell when something was made with so much love and when it was mass produced, let's be honest. And you are not something that needs to be mass produced. You are one of a kind and you are your life's greatest work. Now, that can be a lot, okay? It's a lot. And especially with the fire horse here, bringing in a lot of that fire in order to refine the metal, you do have to be clear and with your boundaries and to make sure to, take some time to rest, and also to mitigate that fire, because if it gets too hot, what happens? The metal is going to liquefy and it's not necessarily going to be moldable. So you want to make sure that there's enough fire, obviously, to refine yourself, but not so much that you're just going to burn out. Which brings me to the second card that I pulled, which was the metal dog. So this is all about simplifying your life. Now, I noticed that there's a lot of yellow, and so there's a lot of this like solar plexus energy about doing what you love, about simplifying what you do in order for it to align with not only who you truly are, right? Because again, we are embracing this great transformation, but it's also about like not pulling your focus in 10,000 different ways so that you can actually get done what you need to get done and maximize your wealth. Now, the metal dog is also one of the animals in the Chinese zodiac that really represents uh, business owners and entrepreneurs. So if that is you and you own your own business or you do your own thing, this is also signifying that you need to make sure to simplify your operations. As in, you're really blessed. You know how to sniff out like a dog, like, and like go down rabbit holes and kind of like, I don't want to say like ADHD, like tunnel vision, but that's kind of what I'm getting like psychically. And so your blessing is you have a lot of options. You have a lot of options on how to actually like make your coin, do your thing, and be successful. However, when you have too many options, it tends to make you overthink, because then you then start to second guess and wonder which option is the best one to go with. And this is what this card is signifying, which is that you need to take a hot second and like trust your intuition, tune into your intuition instead of overusing your brain and like overthinking, because that will cloud phone ringing. So that's actually a confirmation that you need to do that, and also simplify that process. So just tune into your intuition, and then you can get the best answer as to which option to take in order to gain the most wealth. And then the final card is the Fire Tiger. So this is all about sharing your gifts this year. Now, this is really important, especially with the Fire Horse here, because again, it's going to be wild and it's going to be fast. And those people who are able to think quickly and make bold moves and know how to pivot, swiftly, are going to be light years ahead of everyone else. All right. So you don't want to be stuck in the thing. Like stuck in the same thing and the shadows freaking out. I know that we have this tendency to want to like live some fear right now just because of how chaotic everything already is. But trust me when I say you are going to want to put your gifts out there and show people what you can do, because especially during this year, people are gonna need a safe space to land during all of the chaos. They're going to need your gifts in order to help them get ahead. They're going to need your wisdom in order to stay safe and to be able to be safe and protected, in their health and their wealth. Now, the fire tiger is a yang fire, which is a masculine fire, and that in Chinese astrology or metaphysics is associated with creativity and joy and sharing that joy and passion with the world. Basically, it's like you're hella creative. A message that's really coming through is about creativity and about unconditional love. You came into this earth, this lifetime, to create something beautiful, not just to consume. That's why the whole overconsumption trend, like people are realizing that we have been, brainwashed to believe that we need more things. And that's not the case. We don't need to have like an over amount of things. We need to create more than we consume. If you've been hearing that message lately, then this is a sign that this is the year to really start doing that, to create more than you consume, because you were born to create. The second part of that is when you are actually creating from a place of joy, from a place of excitement, and you share that joy and excitement with the world, you are really fostering and cultivating unconditional love, right? There's no conditions. It's just, I love it. I did it. I just want to share it, right? Like, for example, me doing this video right when I wake up with no makeup on, and I just wanted to share the joy of this message and the energy of today. Wow! That is charisma. That is what is magnetic. That is you operating as your most authentic self and sharing that. And it's going to resonate because it is of the frequency of joy and unconditional love. And when you are in the state and the frequency, the majority of the time, of love or joy and unconditional love, the money can't help but be attracted to you and fall into your bank account. The right people who are going to help you, the benefactors, the support, like the clients, like the customers, everything that you're wanting will naturally attract to you if this is what you are consistently, what's the word? Exuding, emanating, okay, like doing that, like, you're projecting that out. That is your lighthouse, right? That is the light that you're putting out there, being like, hey, if you're wanting this, if you're wanting to create, if you're wanting joy, if you're wanting unconditional love, come this way. I'm over here. And the people who are ready for that will see that and will not walk, but run to you. So the moral of this whole story and the message is this. It's with these last three supporting cards, which is the Wood Tiger, powerful beginnings and progress. You are currently undergoing a new beginning, this powerful new alchemical transformation where you are being transformed into your truest, most wealthiest, most healthiest, most happiest, and wildly in love with self, right? But because this is such a brand new, like, birthing, for lack of a better word, do remember to do these two things this year. Like, if you didn't get anything from this video, please get this. You need to remember to rest and retreat with the wood bird and with the water and the cherry blossoms, because again, that fire that we have this year from the fire horse it's hot. It is lava hot, okay? You're going to need to schedule in time to rest and retreat so that you don't burn out. On the other hand, you still need to stoke and stir that cauldron with the earth horse. So it's like, again, it's a little bit of that slow and steady meets the race. But again, if you have a controlled fire, right, then whatever you're cooking is gonna cook well, right? You're not gonna burn whatever you're cooking. So maybe that looks better like this way. This is what you need to remember. Like, yes, okay? Yes. Go through your transformation, simplify your life, and don't overthink. Use your intuition, and then share your gifts, right, with joy. That is going to get you everything you want this year. Just remember to rest. All right, to rest and retreat so you don't burn out, and continue to stoke and stir that cauldron. Continue, like, it's going to be, I think for most of you, and just again, take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. I think for most of you, slow and steady is going to win the race. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be put in the spotlight. You're going to be like, oh my God, I need to do what they're doing. Oh my God, they just earned like $100,000 this month just doing blah. Oh my God, like blah, blah, blah. You don't need to listen to that. You just need to focus on focus on you. Focus on what you're cooking. Focus on being the artisan. You are the project, okay? So you are creating the best version of you. And I'm telling you, with the Aquarius Virgo access, Aquarius is like, be different. Walk to the beat of your own drum. Celebrate your uniqueness. Power back to the people. Innovation. But Virgo is like receipts. Make sure it's a good structure. Like, have all your facts checked. Like, it wants order. And that is how you're going to sustain yourself, not only through 2026, but also for the next 2 years. So you're literally setting up your legacy this year. So let me know in the comments what resonates. Of course, subscribe to my YouTube and Substack for more. And go enjoy the day, okay? You've got this. I love you. Drop in the comments what resonated the most.